Good evening, sweet world, and welcome to the No Dunks podcast presented by FanDuel. It's Saturday night, May 30th, 2026. I'm Jay Skeets here in the Classic Factory, where we just watched a classic, and alongside me, as always, Tass Millis.
Good evening, Nay. A great evening. This one's for you.
Next to him, it's my top shot hot boy, Trey Kirby.
Hey-o.
Hey, yo. And over yonder, making the magic happen all night long, super producer JD.
Hello.
There he is. Here we are. We just watched the San Antonio Spurs defeat the Thunder 111-103 in Game 7 of the West Finals. Victor Wembanyama, 22 points, 7 boards, while Julian Champagnie was the unsung hero, 20 points on 6 of 10 from deep. The Spurs overcame 35 points from SGA. So it's Spurs Knicks in the NBA Finals. 1999 is back, baby. We'll get into that series and doing our mega preview of that on Monday. That's Monday's show. Right now, our immediate reaction to the Spurs beating the Thunder in Game 7. Where do you want to start?
I want to start with the player that might be the best basketball player of all time. When all's said and done, I know we're...
Finally, you'll admit it.
No, I admitted it
Finally,
months ago.
you'll admit it.
Hey, when you said earlier this season, preseason...
No. I said after his first NBA game, this guy could go down as the GOAT. Continue.
In Summer League, you didn't say that.
I didn't say that. That was not his first NBA game. That was
Kidding,
not
I'm
his
kidding.
first NBA game.
You called that he was going to be the best. I can't remember.
I sat my kids down after his first game and said, when you're my age, you're probably going to think he's the best basketball player of all time. That's what I told him. And I've never hesitated.
He wasn't even the best basketball player in this game on his team.
He was.
No,
He definitely was.
I
He
think
definitely was.
carried quite a bit by his teammates tonight.
Oh,
in Game
yeah,
7.
he was.
Well, he is definitely the leader of this team. The way
Yeah, of
at
course.
the end of Game 5, he doesn't do post-game interview at all. He just gets the heck out of that arena. Game 6, he leads that team, obviously, to that win. Only has 16 words in his post-game interview. And then in this one, starts it beautifully, obviously, with that turnaround, step back, bank, jump shot, and his teammates, no doubt, in that fourth quarter, this was a 3-point game going into that fourth quarter. Keldon Johnson 0 for 3 from 3 to start that quarter with 2 big threes.
Huge.
Didn't hesitate. Up top, that first one, it wasn't a corner one. He stepped up and hit that one. Then he took his next one from the corner. Then you had a De'Aaron Fox 3, and then the Wemby, another step back 3 to start to spread this game. Then Caruso missed that layup. That was the weird thing. But when Wemby goes to the bench, you're right, his team came through. Luke Cornett, soon to be 2-time NBA champion Luke Cornett with that block. I got to think that the Spurs are going to beat the Knicks. We'll get to it on Monday. But yes, Mr. Wemby crying after the game because he is such a leader. I mean, after Game 1 of this series, he said, when he was asked about winning Game 1, he said, if it's a long series, we're going to need this win. They bookended it with a win in the first game in OKC and then the 7th game. So, Trey, we might be watching the best player in the history of this game.
Yep.
Right now.
The season definitely began with us wondering if Victor Wembanyama could handle the rigors, I guess, of the playoffs, like into these series and these dogfights and all that. And here he is heading to the NBA Finals at age 22 as obviously the best player on this team, even though he got a lot of contributions here tonight.
He got a ton of help, but Wemby is the tone setter for the team. Scored right away for this team. He takes away so much inside, picked up 5 fouls, or his 5th foul early in the fourth quarter. Well, there was 8 or 9 minutes left.
7:50 left.
Pretty impressive. He wasn't quite the same player, I didn't think, in the fourth quarter because, he's not able to challenge shots the same way. He's not able to attack the same way, but he did enough and the Spurs did enough. This is just incredibly impressive from this team. You would not know that most of these guys are going through the playoffs for their first time to win twice on the road in OKC, once in a double overtime, once in a Game 7. That takes massive stones, and it was just everybody doing their part. Like Carter Bryant played a few minutes, made his shot. Luke Cornett has looked pretty bad for the most part of this series. Huge block on that fast break. Keldon Johnson bricking away until the fourth quarter when he didn't make shots. Julian Champagnie, poor play through the first 4 games of this series. Really hot in 5, 6, and then massive in 7 here. So
De'Aaron Fox, you can keep going.
Fox, exactly right. Like Dylan Harper, not a huge scoring night, but hitting the glass, coming up with rebounds when they absolutely needed them. This was just great. And the Thunder, you flip to the other side, there are guys who have been through this. They're obviously missing J-Dub, huge absence.
Oh my God.
AJ Mitchell, huge absence, but this game was there to be won, and they didn't come through. I'm looking at Hartenstein, barely scored. Caruso put together some points by getting to the free throw line, but had a pretty brutal game. And of course, we're going to talk a lot about Chet Holmgren for the next 3 months, I'm sure.
Man.
He played, technically, but he did nothing in this game. They looked like the young team that hadn't been in a Game 7 yet. The Spurs looked like grizzled veterans the way they came through.
Yeah, and the Chet thing, maybe it's why Wemby wins Game 7 is because of the way he's been able to trash talk Chet throughout the years and gotten into his head, because it didn't look like Chet Holmgren was there to play basketball game tonight. And obviously, they're missing 2 guys in Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell. But if Chet shows up in this game, in a game in the first half where the Thunder were grabbing offensive board after offensive board, and they were the ones winning those 50-50 balls, they just needed somebody to help out. And Jared McCain did have a good first half and then disappeared in the second half, unfortunately. Other than that, I mean, they needed somebody. And Caruso had, his worst game. He just didn't look like himself, missing layups out there.
Oh, and even like sort of uncharacteristic turnovers from him there.
His first 2 threes, he doesn't usually take contested threes. I don't know why he was forcing those first 2 threes with there somebody in his face, and then the third one missed a wide open one. So who is the second best player to even say really helped out? I mean, it was Casey Wallace in the fourth quarter was ridiculous, 14 points in that fourth quarter. But damn, Wemby got into Holmgren's head. There's no doubt. He's in his head. He wasn't turning around. Obviously, it's difficult to shoot over Wemby, but when there's smaller guys, Chet wasn't Chet.
I'm glad you brought up all these other guys going through this for the first time, because we were going to focus on Wemby, 22 years old. Can you believe this? Started going to the finals. It's amazing. It's incredible. And yeah, maybe we are seeing one of the GOATs. But all these other guys, it is the first time for them, and they start this game 5 for 5. They go into OKC and just start as perfectly as you can a Game 7, I thought. Obviously, turning the Thunder over. They were up 18-8, making them call the first time out. Mark Dagnall, and everybody. Castle playing with energy. Fox had a bounce to him, and the shot was finally falling. Harper, like you said, when he came in, maybe not a huge scoring game, but doing all the other little things. And they as a team won this to get to the finals here. Pretty impressive stuff. Even if the Thunder are missing some obviously key guys here. And yeah, SGA could have used a secondary scorer as this series went on, especially in a Game 7. Wallace got hot late. Jalen Williams had a pretty good game.
Good first half.
Really good first half.
He was.
But when Chet is taking, how many shots in the end did he get? Did he only finish with 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't take a shot in the second half. He played 33 minutes.
I mean, this guy's, correct me if I'm wrong, this is like a 5-year, $240 million guy.
Oh, yeah, he made all NBA this season.
Insane. No, 2 shots is the insanity.
He dominated the Lakers series.
It's like Caruso was brutal, but you're at least he's attempting to shoot and attack and it was bad. It wasn't good, but you always want to be that instead of 2 shots. You want to be 2-11 and 2 shots. I'm sorry. If you are considered
Caruso
an
got
all-NBA.
to 12 points. 12
exactly.
points from Caruso is good. He didn't shoot the ball well, but if he gives you 12 points, you're like, nice. Thanks for playing your part, because he was playing on the defensive end. The turnovers were maybe the worst part of Caruso's game, but at least he was aggressive. Chet was just in his head. And I mean, Wemby, like you're saying, Tass, is probably in his head, because there's no other explanation for it. There are times when he has physical advantages, whether it be a quickness or a size sort of thing, and he just wasn't looking to score. He was catching the ball 8 feet away and turning and facing the other way.
Yeah.
He just was not in his game. And look, SGA had a good game for sure. 35
absolutely.
points, 9 assists, but he had 31 and 6 through 3 quarters.
Yeah.
He took 1 shot in the last 4 minutes. That didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, he took that 1-3, right, which was heavily contested,
Yes.
was way short. I mean, look, he's played a ton of minutes by then, so yeah, it's not a great shot for him. It seemed to be like Champagny would get switched on him or be on him, and it was stay on his right hand, force him left, lay him almost in a weird way to the left. The help's going to be there. We're going to collapse, and we just won't let him try and beat us, and he'll make the plays, making these passes. And, besides Casey Wallace, who had that couple minutes where he couldn't miss a 3. He would set it to somebody else and they could not come through. But you're right. Quiet final couple minutes, 5 minutes, if you want to call it that, for SGA. Part of the game plan, of course, from the defensive side from the Spurs.
Spurs were doubling him, getting the ball out of his hands for sure, but he had opportunities to force it. And if you're Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you got to force it in that time.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yeah, because Chet wasn't. It was so odd watching him on one side of the floor. He just wasn't comfortable shooting the ball, period. I mean, but he was the guy going out and diving, basically trying to save the ball, came up with a big block and a big steal in the last 2 minutes. But it is weird because as the series went along, it looked like he was getting stronger. He had a good game 5, and it looked like it was coming. Game 6 was fine too. But in this game where you're not comfortable, again, it's not about shooting over Wemby. You can, I mean, it would be appreciated to shoot over him, try and shoot over him, get blocked. But it's when the smaller guys are on him, thinking that this was the matchup for him because he was going to have to be guarded by a smaller player. Because that's what the Spurs have to do when Wemby's guarding Hartenstein, that Chet should have came through to support, especially with Jalen Williams out. And then you have AJ Mitchell out. That was the disappointing part. And then, yeah, you got a bad Caruso game. We tried to get things going. And he's got to the free throw line. And Cason Wallace came through, but yeah, unfortunate at the end there.
What did you think about the officiating overall here?
We didn't talk about it at all.
Yeah.
That was nice.
We had
Very
one
nice.
pretty unethical drawing of the fouls on Shea. Did his thing where he jumped to the side. I think it was Devin Vassell who challenged the 3-point shot, was on the side of him, and SGA jumped into him. He got that one.
Wemby punched
There's a couple
Hartenstein in the face, or I guess he elbowed him in the face.
Yeah.
And then I guess SGA got Castle right in the goatee as well. So turnabout is fair play, but the officiating was not a problem in this game at all.
Right.
And not even going to be a talking point, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Yeah, we sat here on the live stream and said, we're not going to be talking about flops on this live stream. And thankfully, we're not talking about it on our live show afterwards either.
That's true. Good job by Mark, John, and Josh.
Mark, John, and Josh.
Our officials tonight. Solid crew there for Game 7. Like a lot of times we did have a solid flow going in this game. As the game went on, and of course possession get tighter and tighter, and they get tighter and tighter. Yeah, it gets a little slower, but it was an entertaining game.
Video,
awesome.
Yeah, it was close the entire game.
Yeah, like the runs. I mean, there was that 16-2 Spurs run where I was like, well, here we go again. We've seen this how many times in this series? And it's like, okay, maybe they pull away now, and we have another 25-point win, 20-point win, but Thunder had an answer. And then when it looked like maybe they were taking control and that place was going nuts, the Spurs obviously had an answer. So those Keldon Johnson threes, man.
Those are big
the
time.
Start of the
It
fourth.
was a 3-point game. Then Keldon Johnson came through with those.
Yeah, and then you brought up already the Cornet block, blessed by the nuns, chasing that down. And then it resulted in a Castle jumper on the other end, too. So hell of a swing there.
That was nice.
Because, it's a big what if. What if Hartenstein throws that one down, hammers that one on the break? I mean,
exactly. It would have been a huge momentum play. I think Cornet's probably not even really thinking, I'm going to be able to block this, but I do want to contest it and stop a dunk from happening because
that's what I think.
Place would have exploded if he throws that down on the fast break. Instead, he actually gets contact on the ball. Very, very clean. I mean, when they showed the replay of it, it did look like it was slipping out of Hartenstein's hands a little bit. Maybe he misses it anyways. Nonetheless, awesome play. I do want to take something back. I think officiating should be a talking point because De'Aaron Fox, clutch foul with 22 seconds left. At this point, it is
6-point lead, right?
6-point lead. Thunder have the ball. Weird play happens. They miss a shot, but I think it gets back to who? Shea?
I think so.
And Fox fouled him immediately. Because he
hand
knew
up.
we had the foul to give. So it's going to waste even more time for the Thunder. They end up not scoring on that possession. So great foul by De'Aaron
Incredible
Fox.
Clock awareness. And that's, that's your vet guy out there in De'Aaron Fox. It was nice to see him have a good game here. I mean, again, he had struggled most of this series. He's definitely playing through an injury. And his previous Game 7 didn't go quite well against Steph Curry back in the day when the Kings took on the Warriors. So, I thought he was very solid in this one. One of the guys that helped Wemby and the entire team get to the finals here. It was great. He had the shots going tonight. And I thought he was getting good looks in Game 6, but just nothing could go down. It just everything kept rattling out, but not an issue tonight.
Yeah, he was a rock for them. He really was. He was that point guard. Yeah, I know people ridicule how much money he makes and that he will sort of be expendable if you're going to move to a Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle starting lineup, but extremely solid to come through. Yes, great foul. That is when we should be mentioning officiating in those type of moments because we didn't have to watch a lot of video reviews. Although when there was that one video review where Wemby did give a huge shot to Hartenstein, I didn't like how they gave Dagnott a technical foul. No flagrant to the on-court play, just the tech. That was a weird tech. Let the coaches yell, please. I mean, I don't get it. I don't really get it.
That's the one where Mark was going crazy.
He was going nuts.
I mean, he wouldn't stop. He kept going. He did like 2 or 3 times. And then it was Mark Davis. That was a ref sticking up for his ref buddy.
Yeah.
Because like
probably
Gobo
so.
was taking it. He was like, okay.
Yeah, Mark Davis came out of left
But then
field.
Mark Davis was like, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But besides that, there really wasn't much issues with
Mark
the
to Mark.
officiating, which was great.
It was quiet. It was nice and quiet.
This is going to be a long summer, like you said, for Chet Holmgren, though. Cruel summer for Chet Holmgren. Man, I just, yeah. I don't know what you do there because that was just it was a bad series, not just one game. One game, you're like, okay, it happens. Outside of like, he had one good half, it felt like, this entire series in a 7-game series when you're missing like 2 other main scoring pieces for a majority of it. And he could just never get any flow and never even get shots up.
He didn't get shots up. I don't know if he couldn't get shots up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do think he had opportunities to be a
he
scorer.
did. Of
I
course he
mean,
did.
I'm with
But
you on that.
he wouldn't shoot it.
Yes.
To me, this was all mental
Yeah.
for Chet.
Yeah.
For as much as Jalen Duren got dragged during the first round, this was a worse performance because this was a full 7 games. Like, Duren at least put some things together. Look, it's different competition, I think,
Yeah.
as well. This ain't Wendell Carter Jr. This is Wemby we're talking about. But this is the stage when he needs to elevate his game to at least, he's not going to equal Wemby, but he's got to give the Thunder something on that end. His best offense in this entire series was on the offensive glass. He wasn't really creating anything, and he was just hesitant to take his shots. So if he's not giving you offense, he wasn't doing a ton on the defensive end as well. And he was a liability in this game.
He had 75 points over 7 games.
Wow.
Not so good. Yeah, it was scary because the averages came out after the first 4 games. And that's when he had his best game. At home, game 5, 16 and 11. That was his best game in game 5. And then game 6, kind of, he was fine. I thought it coming back
they
home.
got smoked in that game, though.
Yeah, they got smoked. Yeah. He is 10 and 11 game. For him in this series, that's fine. But coming back home, I thought he'd be letting the ball rip. I mean, he was literally dropping the ball at times. Yeah, he had he had 2 turnovers and 1 basket in this game. I mean, he literally dropped the ball. And it's unfortunate again because your other guy who was your all-star last year in Jalen Williams is not playing. You got to do more, unfortunately.
you got to do more.
Yeah, and AJ Mitchell, the guy who replaced Jalen Williams, not playing. So, yeah, very unfortunate.
What else from this one before we get to silly random notes?
Oh, okay. Here's I was like, it's hard to like look at your notes so quickly.
Oh,
after,
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
We're like living right in the
When
moment here.
you do this, it makes you think, no wonder Barkley and Shaq and Kenny are just talking in generalities. 'Cause it's hard to remember actually what happened 30 seconds ago. But I did write this down. I said before the Cavs versus Knicks series, the dirty secret of podcasting. The 3 things that are always the X factors are 3-pointers, turnovers, and offensive rebounding. All of those went to San Antonio in the end.
Yeah, especially in the second half. I mean, we're talking about the fourth quarter and how they separated, but the offensive rebounds in the second half compared to the first half, you'd think the home team would keep that going or win it in the fourth quarter. But the Spurs, led by a guy whose trickle-down effect is really happening, they kept it going. That was a ball team who, in the second half, picked it up, played by far their best half of this game in that second half. On the road in game 7. That's why it's super impressive.
Yeah, I think a lot of them too were their guards in these guys that are obviously
true.
physical freaks in Castle and Dylan Harper. I think they had a combined 7 offensive rebounds, and sure felt like a lot of those were in the second half because that was the one thing going okay for OKC in the first half. Started keeping them in the game.
Yeah.
They were getting multiple looks. The Spurs would get a stop, but then the Thunder would come up with the board, get another crack at it. They had turnovers, but they were at least hitting the glass. But you're right, all those main things going the Spurs way. And I mean, it's just like really impressive to go into the OKC. To do it once in game 1, yeah. But then to do it in game 7, man, that was wild.
And they were down 3-2, so they won the last 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, they had 12 turnovers on the night, and I guess 2 of them were by Castle, like on the same play or nearly the same possession, like turned it over somehow immediately, got back to him. So to only turn the ball over, even if you want to count it as 12, because that's the full game, 8/8 of the game. 12 turnovers against the Thunder in OKC. That's barely anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little confused by why Jared McCain wasn't used more as a secondary guy for OKC, because he had 10 points in the first half, and he had the touch, he had the flow coming off the bench. That was a move that Dagnall made in this game, putting him back to the bench and saying, Cason Wallace, you go into the starting lineup. But he had a super quiet second half, super quiet, and just wasn't involved a lot. He had one shot in the second half after 10 points in the first half when they needed somebody. So that was just a little odd to me that he wasn't a little bit more looked at and part of their offensive scheme to just get shots up.
It must feel good for the Spurs and their fans in this Game 7 on the road to have the guy that won Sixth Man of the Year in Keldon Johnson actually have a really big performance, at least timely buckets for sure. And that guy is just like so much of like their heart and soul too. Like every bucket he scored, he is screaming and flexing and all that. And then Julian Champagnie, like you said, Trey, at the beginning here, like really quiet series, like through 4 or 5 games, and then found his stroke a little bit. And in this one, I mean, again, I don't want to gloss over 6 threes, 6 for 10 from 3 for Champagnie. But that's what he did all year. I mean, he nearly hit 200 threes on the year. That's all he takes, it feels like. He's over 500 attempts on the year from this guy from deep. So for him to come through in a Game 7, I mean, everybody. I can't really find like one. Like, I guess Harrison Barnes is the one guy that did nothing for the San Antonio Spurs, but it's okay. He did something. He had a birthday. And now the weirdest stat in the NBA is guys to play in a Game 7 on their birthday have never lost. This has got to be one of the weirder things in NBA history. It's like now 8 times, because Harrison Barnes has done it twice. He's played in a Game 7 on his birthday and come through victorious. In addition to guys like, what did we say, Kevin Garnett and Pablo Prigioni, and who else? I'm drawing a blank on a couple of the older names, but
I can't totally recall the details of it, but this feels more like a Prigioni-like performance from Harrison Barnes.
I don't know what he did. Pablo did in that
who
Game
knows?
7, but
weird. Harrison was bringing the veteranship. They wanted him to stand on the box in the middle of their pregame dance, and he was jokingly not doing it. It's my birthday. I'm old. I don't want to do this anymore. He's a good guy.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get into some more random notes from this one, JD.
Random.
Again, all of this is a bit of a blur because we went right from our long watch party live stream on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that joined us tonight as we ate pizza and some wings and kicked it and really enjoyed Game 7.
It was fun. Right
into this. One that comes to mind. Now, we don't have any images or videos here for you tonight because of the quick turnaround, but we had a funny moment where, what do we call it? Castle and Harper looked like they were doing a 2-man bobsled team.
They did.
Because Castle got fouled. That was on the Caruso one, was it not? Where there was a hard foul. We went and looked at it. It was fine. It was a common foul. He's wrapping him up. But Castle went down, sort of pushed Caruso while he fell to the ground. And then Harper came in, sort of slipped, and then fell right behind him, and he was literally sitting right behind him.
Put his hands on his shoulders.
And they sort of stayed there for a while.
They did.
Longer than you would think during a game.
Yeah, so a little 2-man bobsled action from Castle and Harper. What else you got?
That was a good hug moment. Also, Wemby hugging Bismack Biyombo on the sidelines, and he looked like a coach talking to a 4th grader, bent over, arms on his shoulders again. A lot of shoulder touching from the San Antonio Spurs. I don't know what he was learning from Bismack Biyombo. I can't imagine a guy less similar in play style to Wemby than Bismack
Biyombo
Biyombo.
seemed to see something, though. He was definitely
I
pointing
guess so,
something out.
That was the play where Wemby passed out to the corner, right? It was a drive, kind of a drive, and then passed out to the corner. It seemed like Wemby was doing this, signaling straight ahead, like basically
Biyombo was doing that.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Biyombo was saying straight up,
he saw
go
something.
to that hoop. He saw something. Yeah,
but it is funny. Wemby. He's sort of getting some rest because he's hunched over and on Biyombo.
Oh, and that's when he was doing the finger tap too.
Oh,
right?
behind him.
He did do a tap like his back
it
like
was
that.
playing a little piano on his back. Very fun. There was a part where Jalen Williams was guarding Victor Wembanyama on the perimeter, and he just started stomping his left foot. And I thought
a bull.
Yeah, I thought he was ready to just
Tatanka.
barrel. I thought he was kind of calling out Victor,
It looked
bring it, man,
we
bring it.
both popped. We were like, "Oh, look at this!" But it looked like I guess he was putting his shoe
He was
back
putting
on.
his shoe back on. Yeah, very good.
Yeah,
Left shoe was coming off.
it probably would not be a smart idea to try and get Wemby even more fired up. So
No.
his shoe was just off, and he was trying to jam it in there while action
bowl.
was still going. Yeah, that was a funny moment. I liked Wemby after the game. Let's quickly talk about this. Very emotional.
Yes.
Very emotional. He said in his little interview on the floor, he said, quote, realizing that some part of a childhood dream is going to come true, even though I'm still hungry for one more. This feeling is, I can't explain it. It's so powerful. And then he like gave shout out to the Spurs fans, obviously all his teammates, and emotional, but of course still aware that there's a series to be won here. We're gonna have to take on the Knicks, and some people think this was the NBA Finals. We're gonna find out. I don't think it's gonna be that easy for whoever was coming out of here. That's Monday's show, but showing emotion as he's always want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to find his quote. What is his quote? I don't know. I refuse to carry the burden of having to hide my emotions.
Oh,
That's
yes.
what it was. He's gonna make crying cool. Just watch.
There's definitely some tears there where they're not tonight.
Yeah. That's why he's wonderful, man. Does it all. Shows he's vulnerable. He's got no problem doing that.
And you know what else he has no problem doing? Fist pumping.
Oh, we got a lot of
Man
these.
set the record for NBA fist pumps in a game. He fist pumped so many times that at one point he bit his own hand.
Yeah.
And then back to the other one for the fist pump.
He really did do it
He's
a lot.
fist pumping like box outs.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
fist pumping the ball going out of bounds on the Thunder. Yes.
Yes.
You haven't seen fist pumps like this. I mean, you'd have to watch the all-time combined highlight tapes of Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods to
Woods.
see this many
Yeah.
straight up fist pumps.
If
from
that's
a
what he's
guy.
doing in the Western Conference Finals, what does he have in
Oh,
store for
man,
the
yeah.
finals, man? He could be, maybe he'll do the first ever double fist pump.
Double fist pump.
Maybe that's in play. Any other random notes?
This is getting into the weeds, but the streaker way that they show on NBC that Wemby had a banker, like they showed that, like, the little streaker highlight. Streak isn't the highlighted, line
Arc?
for, the line where it went, basically following the ball.
Okay.
It's cool. It's just cool. It's just cool. I
Did
think.
they do it on the
Streaker.
first one he took? On the bank shot? Tim Duncan stuff?
Yeah, later on when they showed it in a little package, that's
okay,
when they
gotcha.
showed the streak. It's not cool watching it on like NHL highlights.
Glowing puck?
Yeah, or glowing, or just the streak of the puck flying. That's not so cool.
You didn't mind it here.
I think it was good here. Hopefully, the NHL finals are going to be better than the Eastern Conference finals. Not so good in hockey. Pretty gross. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just been kind of, hockey's just been kind of meh. Just hasn't been good right now.
I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Hopefully the NHL finals are better than the Eastern Conference finals were.
Yeah.
Who's in the
I
final?
agree.
It's
Vegas versus Carolina.
Okay.
Two traditional.
Yeah. When I think hockey,
powerhouses.
that's what I think.
Listen, man, the last game to close out the Eastern Conference finals were just bad.
Yeah, it was a sweep. It was brutal.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Do you think Adam Silver's happy
No,
with our?
in hockey. No, I'm just not talking about the Knicks.
Oh,
I'm talking about the Knicks. We're
It was
talking
it was
hockey.
a sweep for Vegas. I think they swept too, right?
Oh,
They
did
swept
I
the
don't
Avalanche.
know. I don't know.
Do you think
But,
Adam Silver is happy about our NBA finalists here, though?
Yeah,
NBA Cup
Oh.
finalists?
that I think is huge. It is interesting, but also I think he's probably pretty excited to have New York against the face of the league,
Yeah.
or future face of the league.
Yes,
Yes,
I agree.
absolutely.
But mainly about the cup.
Mainly about the cup.
Do you think the Knicks should bring out the cup?
I think they should, but I don't think they will.
I don't think they will.
Yeah.
They won't even address it. They don't even put the banner up.
How many fans like right now know that they played in the NBA Cup final? Like, I know it's kind of hard to say, but I don't know.
If I polled 100 people on the street, is that what you're saying?
On the street, yeah,
Very low.
it's difficult to specify if you're including team
Feud.
fan bases. Team fan base, like the Knicks and Spurs fan base, I
Yeah.
mean, they should know.
Come on. They know. Most of them would know.
Most of them, yeah.
What highlight from 1999 are you most excited to see? Because we're going to get a whole lot of old footage. We already felt like we already had a lot of it because of the Knicks getting there for the first time since then. But we actually got the two teams.
I mean, yeah, people are going to start to compare the split screen of a Duncan bank shot and a Wemby bank shot. Very different bankers. Those are different bankers. Timmy was just a face up, straight banker. Wemby's are different.
Oh, yeah.
Way more athletic than Timmy's.
I would say so.
Yeah,
I would say so.
So
Oh,
they're
that was a
different.
fun random note. I forget even who was attempting it. It was like getting into crunch time here. Wemby's I guess you can call it a closeout where he screamed back on defense
was cool.
and like went full Wemby mode, like trying to challenge. I forget who it was in the corner shooting the three, but
McCain, I think.
was it McCain?
in the
Yeah,
corner.
okay, that sounds right.
Yeah, I thought he blocked it.
Like he took up he sort of took up the entire screen when he went like this.
Exactly.
'Cause he had his legs going because he was trying to hustle back and then putting his arms out.
We also liked it when Champagny made a three and Jamal Crawford said, walking off like Ken Griffey Jr. at Safeco Park.
Yes,
We loved it. Out of nowhere, man.
I liked Champagny had one in front of the Thunder bench where he did a classic turnaround and he put a little shh and did like, hey, relax. Don't yell at me while I'm
threes,
shooting.
yeah.
It's going in. Well, what a game for this guy. What a game. I hope Justin's happy for him.
He should have been there. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he was.
Yeah, maybe he was. They showed Steven Adams. They didn't
did.
show Justin Champagny,
No Justin
unfortunately.
Champagny, unfortunately.
I am looking at the box scores from the 1999 NBA Finals. No team scored 100 points.
Oh yeah, well,
this
not a
series.
shock.
So when you say what highlight are they going to show, I'm like, were there? I don't remember.
yeah,
Yeah,
Is
it's
this a-
Lockout
difficult to
season, of
remember.
course.
was this a what is this a 6-game series? What is this?
5-game series.
5-game.
Spurs
Wow,
win.
5-game. Okay.
The last game was 78-77. Was there a buzzer beater? I don't remember. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. How many highlights are they going to show? I mean, I feel like they're just going to show.
78-77.
I always remember the Tim Duncan and David Robinson, like two shot, just them
Yeah,
together. So
yeah.
there'll be split screens of those dudes watching them at home.
Well, I was gonna say this is sort of cool. Like, can you tell me, like, any other fan bases more than the Spurs or Knicks that actually bring out all of their like alumni and legends?
That's a good point.
Like, these are the two franchises that do it the most. It feels like Spurs. These guys are always around.
The Knicks
and
do
the
it the
Knicks
best.
have gone crazy with it. Yeah,
yeah.
over the last couple of years. So like, I mean, they're all going to be there. That's pretty neat.
That is gonna
especially
be
with the
cool,
history
yeah.
of it all, and going back all the way back to '99. That's a long time ago.
Okay,
See,
I'm
I say
seeing
99. 99 to me sometimes feels like 8 years ago, and then I'm like, no, that's a lot longer.
What were you doing in 1999?
I was graduating high school.
Nice.
Yeah,
Sophomore year
yeah.
for me.
I was getting ready to go to Australia, find myself. You know, didn't find them. Still there.
What about you?
99. What were you?
Nearly graduating high school. Yeah, it was a year later.
You're a year later. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah. It was
JD,
cool.
what were you up to?
Good check to see if JD's awake. Good test.
I am awake. I don't have a camera on me. There we go. Hello, hello.
Whoa,
Hey.
nice swing of that camera right
Well,
there.
yeah. I was
nothing wrong with
touring
that.
Eastern Canada with my band. That's what I was doing.
Oh, rock and roll, baby.
Wow.
Cooler than us.
Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell, yeah.
Nice.
Didn't know the question would spur a fantastic story from JD. We're in Eastern Canada. Where are we?
We played Halifax. We
baby.
played Moncton. We played Digby. Yeah, you know, all the stops.
Is that where you met your wife?
No, we met before that.
Oh.
Yeah. We stopped in Digby because of her, though.
Oh,
Like, you
okay.
got to stop in Digby.
It's nice.
And we did.
Okay, great.
Was it worth it?
Totally worth it.
Should you have stopped in Digby?
Probably not, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that seems pretty small on the tour there.
We had
I think they're still talking about that show in Digby.
It's one of the greatest shows in TV history.
a,
the only show in
we
Digby.
had we had a cover band that we sort of headlined with.
Okay.
So it was the same guys, but we played our original set, and then we came back as a totally different band in costumes, like different like disguises basically, and played all the hits.
So you were playing twice
Yeah,
on the show.
2 for 1.
Wow.
yeah.
What costume were you in, or was it always changing?
It was always changing, but it was like 80s rock sort of ironic, type of thing. So
Yeah, like a
skin
glam
tight
rocker.
white pants and stuff.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Tinkerbell, baby, forever. Anything else, gentlemen?
Avery Johnson hit a jumper with 47 seconds left in Game 5 to put the Spurs up by 2. Or
Okay.
put the
Nice.
Spurs up by 1.
There you go.
No points the last 47 seconds, of course.
Well, 70. What'd you say it was?
78 to
70.
77.
Wow.
Wow.
This will be a better finals.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
You got me thinking, how many former Spurs are the Spurs going to bring up? Because the Knicks, they destroy every other team.
Oh,
How
yeah.
many guys
Yeah,
they bring
yeah,
out?
yeah,
They bring out like 15 guys.
Mm-hmm.
I was going back to look at my lists of who they were bringing out in the conference finals. I mean, everybody. They got Chris Childs is here. Larry Johnson is here. Everybody is there. Like nearly like literally 20 guys, I would say, in one game. So that's good competition.
It
and
is.
That's tough. That's tough to beat.
All the Spurs guys have titles, though.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see if they're there. I mean, they only just generally do your Duncan, your Ginobili, Sean Elliott's there,
Robinson.
David Robinson.
You don't see a lot of Tony Parker.
No.
No, that's about
no.
it. I mean, we think Kawhi can come.
No.
Danny Green, they bring out everybody.
Danny
here.
Green could come.
He could come.
Yeah.
He
We
could come.
are going to have, for the 8th consecutive season, a new NBA champion with either the Spurs or Knicks winning this thing. The streak goes to 8, and there will be no defending champ here in OKC. Nearly
Adam
a decade
Silver
of
loves
parity.
it. Adam Silver loves it.
Crazy. Can't wait to break this down on Monday. Talking Spurs, Knicks, and how that one unfolds. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll do Whoa Boy and get the hell out of here and go to bed. This show is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. That's right, turn $5 into $150 in bonus bets just for getting started. From player props on your favorite stars to all the tools you need to back them up. Heading into Game 7, before we went live, we were sitting here at the table talking player prop bets. I did like Fox tonight. I said, I like a bounce back for this guy. And he had like a low line too. 13.5 points. So he got over it. Great game from him. FanDuel puts player research right at your fingertips, like those Wemby fingertips on the back of Biombo. So you can check stats, trends, matchups all in one place and make your picks with confidence. It's everything you need all in one app. So don't miss your shot. Head to the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started. FanDuel, play your game. Game 1 of the NBA Finals, Wednesday night. So a couple nights off here for the Spurs. I mean, obviously the Knicks have been off for a while,
Yeah.
but they get a couple of games off, and it's going to be in San Antonio. They're going to have home court advantage, of course, with the 62 wins they had.
It's a lot of
The
wins.
Nuns, will the Nuns be there? I mean, we got Celebrity Row for Madison Square Garden, and we got Nuns and maybe some OnlyFans models. I mean, that's what's battling here,
What a battle.
right?
You're right.
Our man Ash chimed in with another fist bumper. Kobe was a fist bumper.
He was.
Oh, yeah.
He was.
yeah,
he
yeah,
was.
yeah,
Yes.
Okay. But
He had-
Wemby
he
did
had
a
some
lot.
good ones.
Somebody hit us with the compilation of Wemby doing fist bumps in Game 7 alone here of the Western
That was
Conference Finals. It was a
unbelievable.
lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot. Well, boy of the night, sponsored by Medic Brandon from the Stream Team. And this is a great way or reason to sponsor Whoa Boy. Whoa Boy, shout out to everyone who worked over the weekend. Thank you. That's a shout out to us. We're working right now.
Listen, I edited that one.
I know you did.
Yeah, that one.
You didn't have to tell them.
I know.
You didn't have to tell them.
But I feel bad because this one was literally from April.
Oh.
Like who worked over a holiday weekend specifically. I think it was over the Easter weekend.
Oh, wow. Going
So-
that far back.
Yeah. We gotta reel them in. The fishing rod came out this week, and we got some old ones.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine. So some old sponsors of Whoa Boy, you're
Yes,
saying
exactly.
that came
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
and
yeah.
we're getting them in. Okay.
Got to get them in.
Well, Whoa Boy of the night does not go to Wembanyama. No, my friends. The real face of the league, the real future, my goat, okay, is Julian Champagny. Champagne lace with a pretty face of the league. He's my go. A wiggle and a walk and a wiggle and a talk. JD, you ever play that, Jim?
Big Bopper? No.
It's the Big Bopper.
Never played Big Bopper.
Oh, baby.
What a crazy song. He's like acting like he's on the phone the whole time.
I don't think we do that enough for Champagne lace, you know? Anyway, 20 points, 6 and 10 from deep, 6 boards, 1 steal. This guy was a monster in Game 7. And we'll see again who comes through in these finals matchups. You know, your Wemby's going to be Wemby. Brunson's going to be Brunson. It's all these other guys. And even I believe in Castle and Harper for the most part. It's all the wild card shooter, be it Keldon Johnson, be it Vassell, be it Champagny. That's the thing. They got options. And guys are stepping up, taking turns, passing the baton. feels like from game to game.
Cason Wallace was a poor man's Champagny today.
He was
17 points. I mean, very close. 17 points, 5 of 9 from 3, 7 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block. It's a great line.
He was their
That is a
second
great
best
line.
player over the last 2 games. Probably not even close.
Well,
Probably right.
He did it all in the fourth quarter, essentially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
14 in the fourth.
14
right?
of 17 in the fourth.
Yeah. So Julian Champagny gets boy. All right, we'll call it there. It's nearly midnight. Let's wrap this up. Let's go home. Let's rest up on Sunday and be back here on Monday in the Classic Factory live at 10 a.m. Eastern for our NBA Finals preview pod. Let's hear your early thoughts on who you like in the finals. Let us hear them in the comments. Who you got for MVP? Who are the wild cards, the X factors, all that good stuff, things to watch for. Let us know. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight live, if you did. Also with the stream team that we did, the watch party, that was a blast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hit the like button, subscribe. Podcast listeners, 5-star ratings and reviews. And otherwise, we'll see you guys Monday. Till then, Clipper Bros!
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us, and remember, just because you score fewer points doesn't make you less of a champion.
Avery Johnson is always a champion. You're right. You're all right. Brace the weekend, people.